Welcome back, guys. I'm looking to reach 1,000 subs. Support me by clicking the subscribe button.
To build those ports, bridges, the mines, data centers.
The five-letter word that broke the White House. How Canada's Prime Minister destroyed in 30 seconds and one word. Okay, stop what you are doing right now. Because what you are about to hear is one of the most extraordinary political moments in modern history. We are talking about a sitting American president, standing behind the flags of two allied nations, surrounded by the entire international press corps of planet Earth, calling a foreign leader a liar. Not once, not twice, 5 times. 5, in a single statement. And then, days later, that foreign leader walked calmly to a podium, picked up a single sheet of paper, spoke for exactly 30 seconds, said 5 words, and left Washington, the most powerful city on Earth, completely speechless. This is the story of how Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney delivered what experts, diplomats, political scientists, and even Warren Buffett are now calling the most devastatingly effective diplomatic counterpunch in living memory. And it all came down to one word. Mirror. Let's start at the beginning, because the setup matters as much as the punchline. The American president stood at the White House briefing room podium, U.S. and Canadian flags in plain view, and accused Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney of deliberately lying about the trade relationship between the two countries. He said Carney had fabricated data about the trade balance, about the deficit, about what America has given Canada, and about which country actually needs the other more. The accusation was delivered with total confidence, with the full weight of the presidency behind it, and with the word liar repeated 5 separate times for maximum effect. It was a sledgehammer moment, the kind designed to humiliate, to dominate, and to put the target permanently on the back foot. The diplomatic world reacted like it had been struck by lightning. Former ambassadors used phrases that career diplomats simply do not use lightly. Words like unprecedented in the post-war era were thrown around. Allied governments issued those carefully worded statements that, when you strip away the polite diplomatic language and translate them into plain English, essentially said that the American president had crossed a line that no Western leader had dared cross in living memory. France expressed grave concern. Germany called the language beneath the standards of the alliance. Japan issued what analysts described as its strongest rebuke to a sitting American president since the end of World War II. And that last one is not a throwaway comparison. That is a diplomatic seismic event. But here's the part that makes the whole thing absolutely extraordinary. The data that Carney had cited, the numbers that the president called lies, the statistics he accused Canada's Prime Minister of fabricating, did not come from Canadian government agencies. They did not come from independent think tanks. They did not come from some academic study with a political leaning. They came from the United States Bureau of Economic Analysis, the United States International Trade Commission, the United States Department of Commerce, 3 of the American government's own official, taxpayer-funded statistical agencies, publishing data within the last 90 days of the moment the accusation was made. Carney had not invented figures. He had not stretched the truth. He had literally just repeated what America's own government had already published and told the world. And for doing that, he was called a liar 5 times on live television. Now, everyone who covers politics, everyone who studies communications, every veteran correspondent, every White House analyst, every diplomatic strategist on Earth knew exactly what the response had to look like. A major press conference. Economists lined up like expert witnesses. Binders of source documents. Graphs. Charts. Maybe a point-by-point forensic demolition of every single claim made at that podium.
Welcome back, guys. I'm looking to reach 1,000 subs. Support me by clicking the subscribe button.